are live.
I see you, fellas.
Thanks, Gabe.
We're live.
We are live. Oh my goodness. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us in the middle of round 6. My name is Hunter. I'm joined by Remy.
Hello.
We are here. We're doing it live. And this is currently game 1 against Syracuse Orange, the 2-1 Syracuse Orange from Syracuse, New York. We have UNI. Of course, everyone knows where UNI is from, Cedar Falls, Iowa. And here we are, Remy. We're already 6 games in. We're currently on the 7th. While we were getting things ready in the technical aspect of things, we saw Bot Jack just do an absolute massive hit.
We were, and Bailey gets taken out with an op on C. Jinx gets one on mid, B pillars. It looks like Syracuse has full of C-side pipe. Pops the Visol. Beefman spraying with an Odin. Trying to see if he can get a pick off.
Always love Odin play here,
I
Remy.
hate it.
Just...
I hate it.
Why? Why do you hate
this
Odin
gun.
play?
I hate it. Because this was, okay, this is what won the team that, won camp. Like, this is, like, the Odin literally won,
one
that won
enemy remaining.
camps, like, the game.
Last player standing.
Oh! So Brurak going with the
Really
Justin
nice
Jack
play by
gets
Bot.
Brurak.
Gun here.
Yeah, and he'll go ahead and get the successful defuse. Last man standing. It's going to be Bot Jack on Raze. Pushing
So-
UNI to a 1-round advantage. Go ahead,
So,
Remy.
I'm very sorry, people. It is my first time producing a stream. We had some audio issues, so this is why we're so late in the round. Just want to apologize for that, but we're back. We had some great intros the first stream, but unfortunately...
Yes, we did. I mean, I can reread that right here. 15-second read. No, I'm good.
It's
but,
fine. But
no, and we were talking about champions and the new updates and
yeah.
everything. Trust me, it was the best intro in the world. It was just unfortunately not going to the right audio.
unfortunately. But basically what was going on is we were just talking about the new patch that came out in Valorant. Basically makes the game less util dependent and more gunfighting. And right now we are playing a new patch, so we should be seeing that. As you can tell from with certain characters that have certain abilities. So like people that have signature abilities, that is now a minute long, so it makes the game less dependent on that. Pop Tart gets one. Pop Tart gets taken out. Jack gets taken out on A. It seems like Syracuse just has A site. Jinx playing a sneaky play here, holding pillar, holding on the stairs.
It's going to be interesting to see if they can go ahead and drop
Smokes
in.
himself off just to give him a little bit hidden. Tries to spam and gets taken out by Cole to Bikaka.
Spike planted.
Cole. I'm gonna say Cole. I don't know how to say.
Yeah, no, I was gonna. We can call him Cold. I like Cold.
Yeah. So now Fable with the off, and also we were talking about team comps and stuff. We've never seen this team comp from UNI before.
Yeah, this is pretty interesting. Normally we see Beefman on like an Omen. We have not seen Beefman on an Omen. This is actually pretty new, very unique coming out from this UNI team.
Seems like UNI will save here. But yeah, it's very new.
Poison's gone.
We have Favlet on Jet, Beefman on Omen, or Beefman on Viper, Pop-Tart playing Fade, Jinx on Clove, and Jack on Raze. We would normally be seeing Favlet on the Fade. We'd be seeing Jinx on the Raze. This is just like, yeah, Beefman on Omen. This is just very weird, like very different. I don't hate it though. Like
I don't hate it either, especially when your team is 0-3. You kind of need to change it up, and not only does that patch kind of help this kind of situation out, but you know, you just need something fresh. And I feel like UNI is going to try and provide that here.
So Jack will be pushing up on the C. Same thing, Faylet is pushed up on the rubble. Tries to get one, almost gets taken out. Pop card. Jinx getting cold.
Shot in a smoke.
And they're pushing on the C side. Bronze takes out Beefman. seems like Syracuse still playing default, holding certain angles, trying not to get taken out. Omen Blind comes in, gets Favelet, Pop-Tart.
Pick up two.
Valor gets two, Favelet gets another. Favelet gets taken out by Blue Rat. Pop-Tart with the classic. Should reload his gun here. Jinx coming in.
And he's down to 1 HP.
Right now, Bronze is getting picked off. He's getting pinched. Getting held by Jack. Jack gets taken out. Bronze takes out Jack. Now Jinx on full HP while Pop-Tart is 12 HP, but it has the op. So is Bronze. Bronze is very low right now.
Got
3 HP
yeah.
right now. But he does have
30
Fade
seconds
here.
left.
He's gonna get the free plan off from C.
Spike planted.
I'm trying to see him on a mound. Trying to see what's happening on mound.
It's going to be interesting. It's a 2v1 situation here. Bronze is going to peek the corner.
Jinx takes out Bronze. Very nicely done. In my opinion, I felt like that was the best thing Bronze could have done. Is he needed to isolate a one-on-one fight. But unfortunately, when you're that low of health, it is a little bit harder. If he got a headshot off of Jinx, then that would have been a lot easier for him. But you know, it happens.
Yeah, and like you were mentioning too, when we were talking off stream, the first 3 shots of any like repeater gun is like true aim, which that's different.
Yeah,
the spread's different. So
yeah, so basically they call it true aim, but like basically what the dev said was that the first 3 shots of like a Phantom, Vandal, Spectre, Stinger, and stuff like that are like those first 3 bullets, like those first 3 bullets would be the most consistent, like the most accurate bullets. But also I think a lot of guns that like have like sprays that you can spray with have different recoils now. Like it has a more predictable recoil from what the devs have said. Right now, as we can see, UNI is on a full buy, but doesn't have the best money right now. And right now, Syracuse on a light buy. Maki does take out Pop-Tart on A, gets a Phantom. Now all of Syracuse will be pushing A. Philly does take out Bronze, with an op through mid. But now Syracuse has full sight.
Toxin screen down.
Maki does take out Jack.
go ahead and
see Beefman is on a flank. Jinx and Beefman are in very scary situations. So is Bailey. Speaking out, Bailey does get the one. Jinx does get Kive. Vice is on site. They don't know where this Viper is at, or where this Vice is at. Bailey gets one with a knife. Bailey has 3. Bailey gets 4, and we get the defuse off. What a retake by UNI.
Yeah, and it all comes down to that Favelet op, able to go ahead, get it in, kind of mid-round. Of course, Jinx, knowing that you got that extra kill, goes ahead and initiates onto the site, gets the kill, and, you know, and the defuse. So really awesome job by UNI there. They're going to go ahead, push it 6-4 currently in game 1.
Yeah, but as we can see from the scoreline, we got Favelet, Pop-Tart, Jinx, Jack, and Beefman as our starters for UNI Purple. And then we have Maki, Bronze, Colt, Kive, and Blue Rat on Syracuse. Pop-Tart gets 1.
Face your fear!
Blue Rat going to be taken down by Beefman. And just kind of a quick aggression coming out for this orange squad.
That is very true. I think they saw that.
Plan on C.
I think they saw that C site is the weaker side, so they see that UNI's weaker side is C. So it seems like they pushed very aggressive onto that.
Bomb buddy out. Adapt!
Bailey gets blinded and taken out by Bronze. Pop-Tart does get Bronze.
One down.
Jack gets blue rat. Kive takes out Jack. Visol was popped.
Last player standing.
Kive does take out Pop-Tart.
One enemy
Jinx
remaining.
does get
Cold, yeah.
cold, yeah. Sorry, I keep like stopping when I'm
I'll see you in a minute.
No, you're good. Listen, I used to do the exact same thing as Jinx, able to go ahead and get the headshot on Kive. Will it be enough time for the defuse? It should be. No!
Not. Second, like 0.8 milliseconds off. So unfortunate.
Last round in the half.
But yeah, typically you don't really see these types of comps. Like typically you don't see these types of comps. These are two new comps. I would see. As you can tell, we were playing two smokes and two duelists with only one initiator and no Senti on Lotus. We would usually see Pop-Tart playing Vice on this map, or playing, or at least one of having a Senti. But again, also with Syracuse Orange, you see that they're also playing two smokes, but have a Senti and only one duelist.
I really do like this elevated play that Fablet is doing here, smoking out, kind of getting some verticality going. Really do like that. And it looks like it's going to be a hard push A here for Syracuse. Pop-Tart. Makiki going to go ahead and work around the angles. Nice headshot for Pop-Tart.
He needs to isolate these fights right now. He has to isolate these fights. See Fablet on 2 HP. Jack trying to hold on to site. See if Jack can get one. He doesn't know that two are on site right now. They've heard him. And Jack gets taken out.
Fablet also down to 2 HP. He's got to be curious about Bronze around the corner. Gets a tag on him.
Seems like they're...
And Jinx going to go ahead and back up Fablet. Back up Fablet.
Pop-Tart does get Bronze. Pop-Tart has 3 on the board right now.
He's going to get taken out by Blue Rat. Blue Rat now with 3. Jinx going to go ahead and tag him. Jinx going to use the ultimate. Switch your classic. Takes him down. Oh, Jinx comes back.
And takes out Blue Rat. What a interesting round.
I'd say that was pretty interesting, especially there at the end with Jinx with the Clove ult coming back from the dead, able to go ahead and get the kill confirmed. Which I'm surprised that the Syracuse player didn't quite realize that you had the Clove ult kind of in the back pocket. So maybe a little bit of arrogance,
last round
missed
two,
opportunity.
Didn't see that. Like I don't think like because like you know when the opponents have an ult, because like you can see at the top like the screen where like the player like the characters are at. If they light up yellow, that means they have their ult ready. If it's green, that means they're using their ult. So you know, so looking at those things, like you should notice this like before, and it was last round too. So basically, it's all out at that point. You just gotta use everything.
Absolutely. UNI is going to go ahead and lead it 7-5 here in game 1. And it looks like this is going to be an initial C push for UNI. Looks like. UNI. Yes, because we switched sides. It's Pistols time.
Yeah.
Totally forgot about that. Sorry, this is my first game back in this week 4. Spike's gonna go ahead and be planted. Cold. Gonna go ahead and take out Jack. Fablet. Got Makiki around. Gets a little bit of information before he's blinded. Bronze gonna go ahead with Sheriff and through Pop-Tart. Goes down as well. Jinx though with 2. Jinx with 3. Unfortunately gets taken out, and Bronze will go ahead and get the defuse. A really good I guess initiation for UNI. Unfortunately couldn't clutch it up in the end running.
Unfortunate, yeah. I will say that obviously if you guys didn't know from last year, if you guys are watching, Jinx Mr. Sirclap changed his name to Jinx. So obviously when we say like we can still say claps or whatever, but we'll just go with in-game names for now. But yeah, his Jinx. We normally see him on the Raze, and having the newcomer Jack play on Raze is very interesting. But I can see the differences in like who has played longer and stuff like that. Obviously, we know that Jinx is an Immortal Peak and Jack is Platinum 2. I'm not calling out ranks here to saying they're bad and stuff. It's just we can see the differences in like level, because when I was watching Jack do that Raze natural play, does take out one with the shorty and Bailey getting blue rat, and now UNI taking A. But what I was saying was, you can see that like the satchel play that Jack tried to do was very different. It was a lot smaller than, or it was, how do I explain the term?
Player standing.
Like the skill difference is very high.
Yes, very
it was very slow,
mechanically inclined.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
But even with that equal round, we see that
Toxins going up.
Syracuse has taken that round, and very differently, but it seems that UNI did buy a little bit on that round, and now they did take a lot of guns away from Syracuse, so this should be a first round for UNI. Three people on Syracuse pulling out the Spectre, one and then one having a Sheriff and one having a Classic, while UNI have 3 Phantoms and 2 Vandals. Let's see what can happen on this side. Seems like we're going to do a C push again. Seems like UNI really does like to see noticing something, isn't it? Because they can take the site very easily.
That's something that we noticed from last year too, Remy, is you guys really like to take the C push and then do the retake from the top side. So
it's just it's just a lot easier because like most teams only put one person on C, which is their Sentinel.
And Fable's gonna go ahead, dash in, along with Bot Jack. Bot Jack picks up 2. And it looks like it's gonna be a clean initiate and plant for UNI on C site. Syracuse is gonna have to rotate around. Beefman's gonna go ahead, watch down that long hallway. Sees the door switch, able to get copy and bronze. So that just leaves Blue Rat, and Blue Rat quickly goes down. So it was tied 7-7. Now UNI go ahead and nose the lead to 8-7. So what'd you like from that, Remy?
What did I like from that was just I knew UNI should have won this round. UNI should have won this round. They're up guns. They played that well. They used util. They used Fable to dash in first just to make the other team, or the 2 people that were on C site, very like cautious. And then Jack coming in with it again and basically being a little bit of a bait for Syracuse and forgetting about Fablet, and it worked very well for them.
Gonna go ahead and take some pot shots as Kavi gonna go ahead and take out Jinx. Pop-Tart able to take out Kavi. So a nice little trade there.
So yeah, good trade. Again, both teams still have Viper, so they do still have some smokes up. Bronze coming in, taking out B for the node, and then Bailey takes out Bronze.
Currently a 3v3 matchup. UNI gonna look for that B site push. Bot Jack gonna go ahead, dash in, take that space and get that information. Pop-Tart's gonna go ahead and get that plan.
Spike planted.
Syracuse looking to retake the site. We're able to take it.
Last player standing.
Oh, and Jack around the corner wasn't ready for cold. Oh, Fable's through the smoke, able to 5-1. However, it's a 1v2 situation. Just like that, Remy, we're tied again.
Very close game, very good game. I definitely do like how both teams are playing. This is very nice.
Gotta go.
Yeah. So what's one thing that you kind of like from Syracuse that you've been noticing here, Remy?
What I've been liking about from Syracuse is, you know, like,
Need a drop.
I just like both teams just have really good retake potential, in my opinion. And, you know, like, I definitely like how Blue Rat is playing. Blue Rat is playing Neon. Neon is a very, like, it's a very fast-paced character, and you're just kind of going in on certain things. And it's just like, it's a character that takes the sight, like takes vision from certain players, so you can get some picks off. So it's kind of like a baity type of character. Like you just go in, get your presence known, and then your team can take care of everything else. And he's doing very well at that, of just being annoying in front of UNI and having his team take care of it.
UNI gonna go ahead, push through C main. Jinx able to go ahead and take out Makiki. And a couple members
Bronze
of
did use
UNI.
Favorite ult, but ult isn't used anymore.
Start will go ahead. He'll fake the plant.
I don't think they should fake plant here. I think they have to fake something here. Yeah, now we're stuck with plant. Fakes it though. Is getting spammed out though. Pop Tart is getting spammed out, so this is a little bit of a problem. Does get the plant off.
Everybody knows now on the side of UNI that they're down hallway. Botjack able to get up cold. Botjack gonna try and use the neon ult. Didn't find any value there.
One enemy remaining.
Pop-Tart able to pick up 2. Bronze down. Blue Rat going down as well. So UNI had a really good engage there, Remy.
Very good engage. Very good engage. Again, that planning. Okay, as you can see from the map on C, planning on this site right here is very, very hard. Playing on like in this corner, because from waterfall, this wall is just cardboard. It's just plastic. It's so easy to spam through it, and it's very tight. We usually like to see plants on this little corner because then the team can't hold mound right here and try to get some picks off. But again, but still nicely done. Maki does get Jack.
Yeah, that's unfortunate kind of early on with that early pick. So UNI is going to have to figure out where they're going to want to initiate here, and looks like they're going to slow down tempo here, Remy.
That's definitely true. They're trying to play default, trying to find something.
Information on the tag. Cole's going to go ahead and go in.
My turn.
Able to go ahead, come back alive, and able to get the headshot on Makiki. Dive around the corner on the Omen. Gets taken out by Jinx as well. Back from the dead. Jinx has 2.
I know, Beefman trying to go on a flank here. Very nicely done from him. They're not gonna expect this.
Here.
Beefman does know that when he's here from that fade out. Does he know Bronze?
One enemy
Fade out
remaining.
Bronze. Pop-Tart with the Odin. Oh god. Pop-Tart with an Odin. Where is this?
He's spraying through like he's got bullets to kill.
And Jinx gets
just-
3.
That's something that I never would have had on my bingo card here, Remy, is a Pop-Tart Odin.
No, just any UNI player using an Odin is just... I'm like physically cringing right now. Oh.
Well,
But-
I can tell that Odin is one of your favorite weapons.
Oh
on this
yeah,
game,
it's
isn't it,
so
Remy?
great. So okay, like I was saying with Hunter in the beginning when our stream wasn't working that well. When we were doing introduction, I was talking about what Valorant Champs was. Champions is like the end of the year, like very big game or like big like tournament at the end of the year. You know, like the Super Bowl, like the World Cup, like the Champions League, stuff like that. You know. But right now in Valorant, NRG won Valorant Champions, and they have a player named Brock that it plays Sova. He's an initiator main, plays Sova and uses Odin on Sova all the time, and that is how they won most of their games, was from Brock using an Odin.
Now, did they win it all?
They won it. They won champs. They won the whole entire tournament. They got first.
That is frustrating. It's Pop-Tart right there with the Odin, able to go ahead and take out Cold.
See, and the thing,
And I just, yeah.
And
Go
the
ahead.
thing is with the Odin, it's just there's so many areas where you can just like spam through.
Yeah. And you also have to worry about the penetration too of the Odin, because I know it's pretty
30
favored
seconds
on
left.
some sites because of, you know, the penetration opportunities and
Yeah.
the not as dense kind of wall cover. So
Yeah.
that's another aspect of it too.
As we can see from UNI. So while I was showing people Actually, we'll watch what
I have
happens.
the spike.
That
Spike
Blue Rat does take out
down
Beef Hat, but
A.
Jack does get Blue
10
Rat.
seconds
Getting
left.
point down now.
Spike planted.
I does see
Yeah,
Jinx.
with 6 seconds to spare.
Oh, Makia does take out Jinx. Kai knocking out.
Player standing.
Pop-Tart taking
find
out Kai.
We still got Pop-Tart with the Odin. And it's going to be a 2v1 situation. Makiki with 5 HP. Going to have to play a little conservatively here. As it looks like both of these teams are just going to be waiting it out.
Pop-Tart gets 3 with the Odin. But, like I was saying, on Lotus, there's so many places you can spam from. Like, if you're playing A, if you're playing defense, you sit behind a door, right? And you spam through this wall right here. You spam through right here, and it literally gets line of sight of a lobby. And if you just spam there, you can get so many kills from it. So that's one thing I really don't like about the Odin. But again, I feel like all Valorant maps are kind of cardboard. So
Well, I mean, if it's cardboard, you might as well use the weapon that uses it. He failed it already.
and right now, as we see, Syracuse is on a save round. Right now, their econ is definitely very slim. But that going in with the satchel, Bailey goes in.
Here. Go get it.
Botjack gonna go ahead, try and get some suppressed fire down.
Does get
See
one.
waterfall.
Does see another.
No charges. One enemy
Able to pick
remaining.
up bronze as well as Cold. Picks up Blue Rat, and that's a flawless for UNI.
Very nicely done from UNI with the
Match
flawless.
point.
So, let me ask you a question.
An answer.
When you have seen us play last year, you saw that I was playing Inish here, Favorite was playing Recon Inish, Pop-Tart was playing Sentinels, Claps or Jinx is playing Duelist, and Beefman is playing Smokes. What is the difference you notice from each player playing these different roles?
Well, I'm just seeing, like, who is lurking a bit different, because normally we saw, you know, Fablet go ahead and do the lurks, and there was a lot of value that came from those lurks, but now you got to lean on Beefman, and Beefman can get a little streaky at times, so him being that thinker, that's been interesting to see here, but right now it's just kind of run down your throat, let's get on point. Let's, you know, it's a very high-paced play that we didn't really necessarily see last year. So
Dropping
that's something that I've noticed.
That is true. That was gonna be the one thing I was gonna say is this team is this new UNI team is looking aggressive, and I don't mind it. I don't mind it. I actually like when
it
UNI
works.
plays this aggressive.
Toxin screen down.
And with a game match on the line, 12-8, UNI gonna try and push the distance here on a 3v3. Beefman around the corner finds Cold. Gonna try and track him. Able to get the headshot, but couldn't follow up with Makiki right there. Beefman goes down.
Spike planted.
That's another interesting thing too that I've noticed is that even though like Beefman, for example, would go typically Odin, he's still getting a lot of value from
Last player standing.
as Pop-Tart finally goes down to Makiki. They have 3, and it's going to be a 1v2 here for Botjack, the freshman.
Jack does have ult. Does miss it.
Go ahead. Tries to clear out the
enemy
corner.
remaining.
And able to pick up Makiki. And the headshot
Attackers
of
win.
Javi.
Very nicely done from the freshman Jack. Wow, what a match.
And for, yeah, of course, right there, we kind of see it in the splits. Pop-Tart, 22-13. You get 5 first bloods, of course, on the phase, which typically is something that we've kind of normally seen. But I think it's also interesting to note here that 4 players on UNI have a positive KD. I'm sorry, Remy, but that's not something we typically seen last year.
No, we don't see this. We would usually see either Claps or Fabler or Pop-Tart just up here on top, like dropping like 25s, 30s, and stuff. But we see all three of them even. We see all three players even on the scoreboard. Jack the freshman coming into the top 5. Playing a game.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, that was the biggest thing.
I do want to say,
go ahead.
We love you, Beef. We get you're down here. Like, yes, it wasn't the best, but Beef, in my opinion, even though Beef doesn't get a lot of credit, the way he does play, like, he was lurking really well there, holding certain points.
Yes.
And I saw that he was communicating with the team very well there. So I think that was great from UNI.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, going forward, this is maybe the new rendition of UNI Valorant that we've seen here for Purple Team is aggressive, down your throat, kind of approaches and initiation. Now, typically last year, too, to kind of follow up on your question again, Remy, normally defense was your guys' wheelhouse.
Yeah.
But now we're starting to see attack, and that was kind of later on in kind of the latter half of the regular season and the postseason that you guys seem to favor more attack. But now we're starting to see like attack being like the dominating kind of force for UNI, and I'm here for it, Remy.
Oh, I did notice something. It seems that Cold will be coaching now. It seems they didn't have a normal player. Now we have, instead of Cold, we have Maki. Or Maki?
Oh, Mookie.
Mookie, yeah.
Yeah, Mookie will go ahead. Mookie Betts is going to be playing... gonna play the Brimstone. That's what I'm here for.
That is R.I.P. Rest in peace, Monty. I know you're not here for streams, but we still love you, and we know your Brimstone is amazing. So, right now, as we can see, I'm right now noticing certain things. So, on Syracuse's side, we see that Kai will be going the Raze, Moki will be going the Brimstone, Blue Rat going Fade, Makiki going Viper, and Bronze going Sky. There's a couple things in this comp that I see normally, which is the Fade, the Brimstone, and the Raze. And the Viper. The Viper is something I also see as well, definitely different. And then the Sky is a little bit of a different type of pick. That's kind of like a not so common pick on Bind. But it's just because I feel like there's a lot more different initiators that would be better in this situation. But again, I don't mind it. I mean,
yeah,
right,
absolutely. I'm here for it, man.
we are seeing something from the UNI side. Okay.
Yeah, definitely fresh.
Okay. They're running the same comp, so we got Jack on Raze, Jinx on Clove, Beefman on Viper, Pop-Tart on Fade, and Fablet on Jet. We're running back the same comp they did on Lotus, so let's see if it works on Bind too.
Yeah, and the great thing is, too, is that they're going to start off attacking, so hopefully they can go ahead and maybe push it to like a 5-2 or something like that. Start off strong, and use the momentum from game 1 here. But while we still got a little bit of time, if you want to support Panther Esports, just type !merch. That'll take you to our Guardian Pro Line store, where you can find t-shirts, hoodies, beanies, and a fully customizable jersey just at $50. So you can rep your favorite esports player or past esports player like Remy for half the cost of a professional jersey. With the holidays just around the corner, now is the time to get a gift for the gamer in your life.
That is true.
Show your Panther pride and support the club by grabbing some merch today. So.
As I say, I did.
Yeah,
I did put up the merch link, or the
so go
merch. Just scan that QR code and you should be able to get your UNI merch.
Last player standing.
So for the folks at home, Remy, what number would you be on yours?
27.
27. So if you want to get a retro Remy customizable jersey, you can go ahead and get 27. And already out of the first pistol rounds, it's going to be in favor of the Syracuse Orange. And that's again, if we're gonna continue to make comparisons here, Remy, is that last year you guys did amazing with pistol rounds, and so far, granted, this is only my first game back, but it's kind of been half-half here.
I would say, I think you gave us a little bit too much credit on pistol rounds. Yeah, I guess we were a little bit better on pistol rounds, but I think it's still the same. I think it's still half-half. Like, even last year, I thought it was half-half as well. But that's just me.
Yeah, no, that's totally fair. I mean, I guess I wonder, is it just more of like maybe the initiating side of things that we kind of saw? Were you guys more aggressive kind of last year than, would you say, comparatively to this? As Red's gonna go ahead and take out. Sorry, go ahead.
I would say that we are more aggressive now. Like, seeing this game, we are a lot more aggressive. Like, if you're talking about this game specifically, this game is like, this is the most aggressive I've seen UNI play. Even last year we weren't playing this aggressive, because last year, as you remember, when Teo came out, I was on Teo prison in a sense. But I didn't mind it. I really liked the character. I thought it worked well, but like, Teo was just a lot more slower type of comp, and we just had, I think we needed to communicate more comps in a sense. So.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And coming out of that second round, again, Syracuse kind of getting it together. UNI gonna have to go with a full buy here.
That is true. I mean, I was hoping they would go for a full buy. It seems like they need, usually, like I said, usually like if you lose the first 2 rounds, you're gonna be a full buy. But usually we will see that the team that does have a full buy should win this round. But again, Syracuse does have some pretty good weaponry with the new gun changes too. I know the Spectre is really, the Spectre actually is really good right now. Like, with the new gun changes or like the spray patterns, it is different, but it is really good.
Yeah, absolutely. So maybe that's going to be more of the budget buys, get a little bit more thrifties kind of later on in rounds.
I don't think
it's potentially possible with that.
Don't think Jinx and Fable know that there will be 3 here. Does get a flash off. Jinx does get 1. Pop-Tart trying to get 2. It does get taken out. Kai does get Fable. Pop-Tart gets out of Makia. Beefman does get Makia. But Kai takes out Beefman. Jack takes out Maki.
And just like that, when the dust finally settles, it's going to be a 2v2 right there on B site.
One enemy remaining.
Able to pick up Rat. Blue Rat, that is. Use some of those audio cues. Gets a satchel down, gets another satchel down, tries to zone him out. 5 with 4. Able to go ahead and clutch that round.
I think Jack played that a little bit recklessly, in my opinion. I felt like he was using his satchel, like, I don't think he should have swung like that and started spraying, in a sense. I felt like he could have just held back and probably just went for bomb and tried to fake a plant, and I think that would have gotten him a better opportunity there to take out Kai.
Yeah, I kind of like the satchel play. Like, if you're gonna force that corner play, maybe you get lucky with a satchel. Maybe that's what he was gonna try and go for. But I completely agree with you, Remy, that maybe the play should have been a big play. And Beefman is gonna be stunned and taken out by Blue Rat. 2 members of UNI quickly down 3 now with Jack out.
Last player standing.
UNI are on a save round here, and I will say, UNI did lose that buy round last round, so they don't have the money here. And I will say, Syracuse is dominating UNI right now, 4-0.
Yeah, and the other thing to note too is you kind of see on their screen 7-2 is the KD split here, so that's pretty interesting. That, but you know, coming from FaZe and Raze, that's kind of expected.
Yeah.
I feel
expected. I feel like, actually, you know, you don't see many initiators getting that much. It would actually be, it's a lot more of the smoke players, that smokes or duelist players that would get more kills in game. But you know, some initiators can do can't get things done. But
I mean, I'm a Sky main, so I try to get positive KD.
I'm as you guys know too. I don't know. Did you know that last season, if there was like a ban from like new characters that came out, like could you not play them for like a couple weeks?
Right here.
I'm not entirely sure. I think there was like a limitation on it because of the like NECC rules, but
Yeah, I don't know now. But as you guys know, the new character Vito. We were also talking about the new character Vito. What is a new Sentinel that came out, and his whole entire kit is saying goodbye to all util. Like, he does not like any util. His signature ability just gets rid of all util if it's in the line of sight, and his ultimate is basically gives him faster fire rate, and as well as Jack does get taken out by Maki. What happens if Jinx can get one?
30 seconds left.
Will get one. Does tag Blue Rat in the smoke.
Strike
Catches him
down
out.
A.
Beatman able to take
Last
out
player
Makiki.
standing.
But Kive, again, able to pick up 2 in quick succession, but it's all going to come down to Jinx with about 16 HP.
15 seconds, no time left on the board as well.
10 seconds left. One enemy remaining.
Has to
but
run
Jinx
away.
able to go ahead.
Bronze has to run away here. Yeah, no time on the board. But like I was saying, Vito's ult is just says like what Vito's ult is he shoots faster. If he gets damage, he can heal over time, and any debuff or ultimate doesn't do any damage to him or doesn't debuff him. So any flashes, any stuns, concusses, any trips or whatever does nothing to him. So
Yeah, that's that's pretty difficult to play on top of the nerfs that came through. for
that is
everybody, too, so-
true. But also with the recent nerfs too, people that have Beefman does get hit with an op in the leg. Surprised he didn't die from that. Bronze does get one.
Spike
The op
down
mark.
B.
Situation. Looks like UNI maybe gonna push that B site. Push up through the window. David's gonna get behind it. Jinx able to come back from the dead here. Try to see if they can pick up something.
One enemy remaining.
Cannot, as 3 members of UNI go down, and now the dust settle is going to leave just Beefman. And just like that, a quick succession flawless for Syracuse.
Syracuse is dominating right now. 6-0 against our UNI Panthers.
What do you think UNI needs to change up here as Pop-Tart is going to go ahead and get the timeout? What do you think they're discussing? What do you think UNI needs to do to bounce back and get into the 6-0 deficit?
So what I've been seeing a lot from UNI is I feel like certain engages need to be done better in a sense, but also they're taking a lot of 1v2 fights. As you see, like anytime they're in a certain hold, I know the timeout screen doesn't really show this the best, but like one round when they were fighting showers, it was like just Beefman here, but there was 2 here, right? So right now, I think they need to just stack up a little bit more instead of doing these like I just see a lot of 1v2s in my sense, which Syracuse is doing good of just having 2 people on one person, getting that pick, and then resetting, and then trying to get another pick. They're doing really well on that. It's just UNI is just needing not to have these 1v2 fights anymore.
So how do you prevent the 1v2? Is that just like a better engage?
I feel like UNI should be pairing up. So if they're right now they're pushing B right now, so I don't think anyone should be going here. Like, okay, they're doing it. So right now they're gonna be stacking B long. Pop-Tart's going short, but like see, they're all stacking here, trying to just fight something, go through 2 people. So you see, the 2 people are right here.
And Makiki Bronze able to pick up 2. And it's just unfortunate that UNI finds themselves in this situation when they engage so well back in Lotus.
Yeah, it is very unfortunate, but you know, right there, Viper Orb decaying health, and then having spam through the smoke is, you know, it's hard. That's a
Last
hard like
player
counterplay to
standing.
do. Beefman does get taken up by Maki.
Tart gonna go ahead and have the spike, and it's gonna be a 1v5 situation. Unfortunately, as Makiki's gonna take out Pop Tart, so pushes the deficit now to 7 here, Remy.
Yeah. I don't know.
It is one thing maybe you and I can do better is maybe try and fake an A and do a little rotate.
Yeah.
I have yet to see many rotates or fake rotates come out from UNI here from the offensive side.
That is true. I do feel like that they could be rotating a little bit more, but that's the thing. Like they're trying to, because that's why like we see like a couple people like going solo in certain things. Fela does get one. Fela does pop knives, goes in, does get taken out. Jinx does get his trade though.
Go ahead, gets smoked out by Pop Tart. Pop Tart able to get this successful plant.
Skyhold does get popped by Syracuse.
UNI looking at a positive 4v3 matchup. So, like we kind of mentioned here, Remy, maybe they need to pair to zone off. Kiki's going to go ahead, fake the plant. Kiki's going to take out Beefman. Jinx
One enemy
gets the
remaining.
trade. Bronze takes out Jinx.
Last player standing.
And it's just going to leave Jack. And Jack! Kai wasn't ready for that one.
That is true. Do I not have...
So UNI gonna go ahead, finally get their first match, or first game one, or first round one, excuse me, after a 7-0 deficit. We're pushing into round 8. It's gonna be a tough one here. Looks like they're kind of gonna go the A short side. Try to initiate with that. Of course, you got the Viper wall up, which what you would typically see down that A short side.
That is true. It just gives a little bit of space, but Mookie is doing really well with just holding that smoke from them. Right now, Jack pushing up B, trying to see if he can get... Does get taken out by Makiki.
I'm gonna go ahead, back out of
No charges.
Jinx. Gonna go ahead, try and clear the windows, and UNI is gonna need to initiate fast before this rotate from the orange begins. If that's what they're gonna do, I feel like they're playing really sheepishly here, Remy, as Favorite's gonna get taken out.
David does get taken out. It's just
Orb emitting.
Syracuse is just holding really well.
30 seconds left.
Oh, missed shot there for Pop Tart, as Mookie's gonna go ahead and take him out.
Refreshing.
So able to get the bench kill.
Player
Gonna zoom
standing.
in.
It's all up to Beefman.
And Beefman is gonna go ahead and pop it on
Enemy
site.
remaining.
Able to pick up 2. And it's gonna be a 1v1 fight with Bronze.
And Beefman with 3, what the clutch! Very nicely done from Beefman, winning that round for UNI and clutching it up. Really well played from Beefman there.
Yeah, when all hope was gone, UNI was kind of playing sheepish. However, an A-site push, able to go ahead, get the spike down, pop the ult, and just like that, UNI on a 2-round win streak here, Remy.
That is very true. And like you said, UNI they're doing the fakes. They're doing the fakes now. They're bringing out the fakes, and it's working for them. So I'm really happy that they're doing this. Jack popping ult. Does get spotted. Doesn't see. Just trying to use his rocket just to try to clear space. Does take out Maki.
One.
Flash comes out from Bronze, but does not hit. We're gonna get plan off. B-Man trying to land. Blue Rat does get Jinx. Jinx to use his Cobalt. Pop-Tart does get Bronze. Monkey does get Beefman. Blue Rat does get Pop-Tart. Monkey does get Favourite. Jack does get taken out. Blue Rat with 3. Monkey with 3. Unfortunate. Really good retake from Syracuse there, making it 8-2.
Yeah, that was just an unfortunate situation there for UNI. Of course, they had the right idea. They were playing aggressive, using that momentum on their side. Just couldn't quite execute it. But, you know, unfortunately that you use a couple of the ults. And, you know, there's always next round.
But I do like how UNI are playing now. They definitely have been doing a lot better. Like you said, it seems like they heard you, Hunter. It seems like they heard you, and they were doing what they should be doing. So right now, UNI are on a soft buy right now. Visal from Maki does get popped onto A. So right now, UNI are on a soft buy, need to save some money.
I got the spike.
So ult does come from Maki. Doesn't know. Very aggressive Visal or Viper ult here. Definitely covering the whole entire entrance to A. See if Pop-Tart doesn't know this. Doesn't see him. He is through. Maki doesn't see him.
Wonder if you can maybe try and scoot around there.
Does get him!
But excellent job for
Find you.
Pop-Tart. And you do it on the classic too, so let's consult with that. And with that, UNI is going to go ahead and initiate, take all of A, finally get the spike down, and here comes the Syracuse Orange from heaven.
Sky ult does come from Bronze. Brimstone ult does come out. Jack has seen Raze off. Does get flashed. Fade ult does come out from Pop-Tart. Jinx does get Bronze.
Still waiting.
One enemy
Tried
remaining.
with the op, able to take out Pop-Tart.
Jinx does get
though,
2.
picking up 3.
Last player
Blue Rat
standing.
does get Beefman and Fablet. The bomb is halved. Does get taken out.
Unfortunate.
Clutch.
And with the bomb being halved, they have enough time
Blue
for
Rat
the
will go just kind of quick.
Last round
Oh,
before the switch.
man, that's too bad.
That is very unfortunate from UNI, but I will say Kive playing this Raze very well with an op. Definitely just getting those certain picks off. He has the op again this round. He played that very well, getting 2 on that round. But then again, from Blue Rat just holding on. I don't know what happened in showers, but it seems like both Beefman and Failet lined up and just got collided there. So unfortunate from UNI, but really well done from Syracuse with that retake. 9-2 now,
Yeah.
folks.
Yeah,
So then we're gonna be
Blue
doing.
Rat had a really good
And we'll be doing a full 8 push. Jack does get taken out by Mookie. Maki does get Fablet. Maki does get
Spike down
Beefman.
A.
Popter does get Blue Rat and Bronze.
Last player standing.
Oh, Kive again with the ult. Finally gets taken out by Jinx. But it's still a 1v2 situation here, Remy. It's a tall order here for Jinx.
One enemy remaining.
My ult is ready.
Okay,
I
you
got
two
the spike.
1v2, but you know the information if you are the orange.
Maki does take out Jinx. 10-2 from Syracuse for Syracuse Orange.
Switching sides.
All right, so that's going to be a 10-2 half. UNI, again, has a tall order. Not to say that UNI needs to start thinking about game 3, but that might be something in
Did I have a draw?
the scenario that we got to think about.
That is
here.
very true.
Or do you think UNI is going to be like, no, we can go on an 8-0 run?
I think I
would love
think
that confidence,
I would say I think they really can do it. I really do think they can do it. It's just because I do feel like that I like on bind. I feel like on bind we were definitely more aggressive on bind than or on defensive side. We're aggressive on defensive side, and like defensive side on bind is our strong suit. So I think we will see a lot more from UNI on this site. And it seems like both teams are playing default. We see that Blue Rat and Kive are going into Hookah right now. Only notices one on Hookah. Jack doesn't get hit by nade. Does satchel out from the corner. I feel like he could have stayed, but they're just kind of peeking this angle right now. Doesn't see anything. And Syracuse is playing really, really slow right now. But it seems like they will be going for a B-side push.
Who was at half gonna go ahead, get healed up by Sky. And again, it's kind of like a slow push scenario here, trying to feel it out, even though everybody's gonna stack up B long, but there is a little subset of 3 people here, right in front of Favelet. And UNI is gonna need to rotate quickly. Pop Tart,
30
though,
seconds
able to go
left.
ahead, take out Kai. Bronze taking out Beef Man.
And that is B-site free now. But they don't know that Jack is behind them.
Maybe UNI could coordinate
Spike
and use this to
planted.
their advantage. Jinx, unfortunately, going out.
Last player
Jack
standing.
right here gets taken out by Blue Rat. Just a little bit quicker with the reflexes there, and he would have gotten it.
That is true. But unfortunate from UNI here. It seems like Syracuse is going to take this first fist around. Pop-Tart does go out with one, though. Always good for that one kill, Pop-Tart is.
Yeah, that's right. It's now going to be an 11-2 tall order for UNI. And I just kind of like how pace of play for this Orange has been really good, especially on attack here. They're kind of taking it slow, gonna get the heals. They're probably discussing like how they want to initiate, because we saw at that one point in time 3 people walking up B short, or excuse me, A short, while 2 more players were walking up B short as well at the same time. So really good.
Beefman does get taken out.
Blinded.
Does get taken out before you can take TP. And it's all up to Jinx now that is just holding on to site. Jinx does get 2.
Spike down B.
Maki does
Last
take
player
out
standing.
Fablet. And Kive does take out Jinx. So now it's up to Freshy.
Spike planted.
Jack, see what he can do. Is getting hold here. Almost. Doesn't take out Maki though.
Yeah, and
Match
UNI gonna have to stare down a match point here, 12-2 for Syracuse.
They did buy that round. UNI did buy that round, so we will not be having full guns right now.
It's going to be a tough situation.
Very tough situation. And it just seems like something happened to UNI here. I don't know if there was their confidence or what happened. Did they get too complacent since they won that first match or that first game? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna be interesting. Maybe because Bind is just one of those like UNI favored maps that you would kind of expect more or less the same kind of like scores here, but I think it was Pop-Tart with the only one that did almost Bronze gonna go ahead.
Spike planted.
Plan on B side.
Pop-Tart does get taken out.
He's gonna go ahead and look around as Makiki's gonna take out Fablet. Jack able to go ahead and get the trade. He's gonna be in Hookah. Nobody's looking that way, but
Last
he's
player
kind
standing.
of recklessly shooting at that
Got your trail.
little plate. And Jinx,
Attackers
all
win.
alone, is gonna get taken out by the Brimstone. And just like that, we're tied in the series 1-1, 13-2 for Syracuse.
Very. I just don't know what to say. I really.
I wonder if it has to be kind of that initiation with the comms. Maybe they're more practiced on Lotus, but the full. What I'm kind of thinking here, Remy, is maybe it's kind of the mistiming of initiations, just not quite buttoned up. But that is, just the unfortunate nature of how it goes sometimes. I don't know what you've noticed.
I don't know. It just seems like, it just seems like UNI just wasn't there.
But by the way, guys, you guys accidentally forfeited on the website, but I'm talking back and forth with the admin to like make sure the scores are correct. So like, don't worry about it. But I think you guys are gonna have to check in on the website so that they like know it's official. They opened it up for you guys.
Oh yeah.
If you want to do that really quick before the third map, you can do that.
So it seems like
Right, so we're gonna.
Seems like we had a
know
little
that-
bit of
yeah.
trouble for that first round there. So, but again, sorry, what was your question again? Sorry, I'm looking at chat, and the chat has been saying that I have been using the wrong microphone.
Oh, well, we'll see. I don't know. I've been hearing you just fine. I don't
If
know
I have,
they,
if I have, I'm very sorry. They said it sounds like my webcam mic. I did have my webcam connected, so I did unplug it. So I think it's changed now. I don't know if it is, but I think we should be fine. But again, yeah, to your question about what you and I just can do, like,
Are you guys ready to go?
What was your question?
Yeah, my question is, what do you
2
think
seconds.
kind of changed between, like that first map and that second map? Because one thing is that we didn't notice that they were being so aggressive. I mean, the composition was relatively the same, and I don't think Moki on Brimstone made that much of a difference. So
No.
I'm not entirely sure what you've noticed.
What I have just like seen is it just looks like that. It just looks like you and I just didn't have the confidence. It just seems like they just seem scattered. I think that's the biggest thing. They seem scattered, and then they just like after they just lost that third round, it just looked like it was just gone downhill. Like it just doesn't seem like they were there, and
Yeah.
looks like, and we're going
Yeah,
on,
no.
and we're going to match 3, and map 3 will be Haven. So I know this is also, all 3 of these maps have been UNI's favorite maps. So
Yeah, so I was fully expecting like a 2-0 here scenario because these are all UNI's favorite.
that is very true.
So it's going to be interesting. So while we have a moment here, go ahead, Panther fans, if you want to stay connected with Panther Esports, just type !socials. That'll get you access to all our socials. So catch game times and scores on X, fans on Discord, and you could talk with the Raging Remy, or relive your favorite moments through Discord or through YouTube VODs. So don't miss out and stay up to date with Panther Esports on and off stream. Just type !socials. So what are you seeing from these compositions here, kind of for Haven?
So right now, the Viper pick from Syracuse side is weird. This is weird in my opinion. I don't see this much. Omen is standard, Sova is standard, Cypher is standard. Neon has become one of the newer duelists for Haven pick. So as you know from last year, we would see like Raze, or like we would see Jet or ISO from UNI, but also having Neon is different. And like I said, this is also a new comp. We have Favelet on Jet, Jinx on Sage, Jack on Sova, Poptar on Neon, and Beefman on Omen.
Yeah, I love the Beefman pick. Okay, I love the Beefman pick on Omen. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. That's good. I mean, it's just in my opinion, that Syracuse has more of the standard comp. They have more of a standard comp that you would see, right? It's just the Viper pick's a little bit weird, but I have seen Viper on this thing because you can throw a lot of these walls can be thrown like very well in a sense. That just block off a lot of cover, but I don't know, it's just we're seeing Pop-Tart on Neon. Not even ISO, it's a Neon. And we're seeing Jinx on Sage.
like last year for Jinx, like we normally saw Jinx play Jet.
Yep.
Jet is currently being played by Pop-Tart, right?
No, Fablet.
So?
Fablet's playing Jet.
Fablet.
Yeah.
Okay, so Fablet's
But-
playing Jet.
But we would see that when on certain maps, Fablet would be playing Jet. So I don't. This is normal for us. We do see Fablet playing Jet, but it just seems like he's now on more of a duelist role this season. Pop-Tart does get one.
Pop-Tart. Excellent job there with
Fablet
the Sheriff.
does get
Fablet.
two.
So again, UNI kind of being strong, and
I'm out of here.
I feel like it comes down to UNI just seems like they need to reinvent themselves every time, even though 2 members just go down. Yeah. UNI gonna go ahead.
Go, go, go.
Get a little re-engage here. Jinx able to go ahead, take out Blue Rat.
One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
And just like that, well-executed play from UNI. Of course, Kai able to go ahead and pick up a couple members of UNI. But because of that well-timed execution, Jinx able to go ahead, get the kill confirm on Kai, get the defuse. Thank you, sir. We'll take round 1.
That is very well done from UNI, and you know, I don't know. How do you feel of Jinx just not playing duelist anymore?
It feels like there's something wrong in the universe here.
Yeah, like
because of like, to be completely honest with you, like Mr. Sirclaps last year, Jinx this year, was one of the more aggressive players on this team along the side of Fablet, and just not seeing that aggressive duelist nature coming from Jinx, I don't know what to think of it. But Beefman able to go ahead and get the Bucky kill on Blue Rat. That's something else that is new from this year compared to last year. He's actually getting kills on the Bucky.
That is true. And it seems like Syracuse are going to do a full re-hit on A. Trying to see.
Right, so UNI gonna go ahead, get a good one,
I'm out of here.
like a 2-2 split. So UNI getting paired up, still looking at a 4v4 situation, as A Short is gonna go ahead through the sewers.
Seems like
For Syracuse.
Seems like Syracuse is about to explode out of this site right now.
30 seconds left.
Pop-Tart ready. Holding down the long angle. With quick reaction, here comes Pop-Tart running away with the neon.
Jack does get 2.
Jack able to pick up 2.
Does trade guns with
He's able to
Fablet.
escape there.
Spike planted.
Spike is able to get into the 13 seconds left.
Heal does come out from Jinx.
One enemy remaining.
And Jinx and Fablet taking out Bronze and Maki. Very nicely done from UNI. And it seems like they had really good comms there. Fablet switching the Outlaw for the Vandal from Jack. Very good communication from both teams, or from UNI here.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm expecting to see here in this game 3 from UNI. Is I feel like their win condition, it's not going to be like, oh, we need to take out Kai. Oh, we need to zone out the
No,
it's going to be like, we need to communicate. We need to execute our game plan and do it at
And
the same
I feel like that is just something that this season has just been it. Like, no one was like, even after when I talked to the boys after this and that, they're not even complaining about the other players being like, no, we should have targeted this guy. They were just like, guys, we just didn't communicate well. We're not playing like ourselves. Like, something just needs to change in our team comp, this and that. Like, it's all just UNI being like very critical for themselves, and I enjoy that. Like, I like seeing that from them because, you know,
Absolutely.
because it's like, to be honest, it's like, yeah, if a team is good, a team's going to be good, but that doesn't mean you have to target certain players. It just means you guys have to change certain strategies for yourself. And also,
This was something that I was, yeah.
no, go ahead, Sorry.
I was interrupting.
No,
Well, I was gonna say, I'm just thinking about this too, is that, you know, PCL does a really good job at sort of kind of setting similar ranked players against each other, so they're controlling for that factor. The factor of where you get like these 3-0, 7-0 teams versus an 0-7 team, in my opinion, it's going to come down to teamwork, and especially a game like Valorant now with gunplay being such a very vital part. Yes, there's skills aspects of it. However, it's the teamwork, it's the communication, which is going to make or break a team any given season. Pop-Tart there with the Bucky, able to pick up Kai.
One
Beefman with the
enemy
Spectre,
remaining.
able to
He
pick
has
up
30
Makiki.
seconds left.
And Jake's able to pick up Loki. Jake's gonna go ahead, spray through the Omen.
Yeah, and as you can see right now, while I'm spectating Jack, as you can see at the bottom corner, his signature ability, his recon dart, is on a 60-second cooldown.
Deploying drone. Caution here.
15 seconds for the plant. And
10
Syracuse
seconds
is
left.
nowhere near a plant site.
Seems like Bronze is trying to save a gun here. Does take out Jinx. And Beefman does take out Bronze, and now UNI will be just picking up guns. Or will be trying to. And does. So right now,
And
UNI up three rounds and getting the buy round off of Syracuse. And now Jinx buying it off. And right now, it seems like UNI have been something. They talked. UNI have talked. And it seems like they're kicking it up a notch.
Honestly, Remy, if we just want to ignore Bind and just kind of forget about it,
Yeah,
let's
yeah,
go
yeah,
ahead
yeah.
and just focus on Lotus and Haven right now. Of course, the situation could change on Haven. I don't want to cast or curse it. But UNI looking pretty good, and defensively, they're being aggressive, which I really like to see here. Maybe that's just something that they got to kind of focus in on along with their
You know what I've been seeing though? I just feel like just after watching just UNI play right now and seeing how Jinx is playing on different characters like Clove and Sage, does it look like he's having, like, from his gameplay, does it look like he's having more fun?
I think he is.
I
I'm
think
gonna be
he
completely
is.
honest with you.
Because, like, I don't know,
Well, because
he's playing more
go
freely in
ahead.
my opinion. Like, he's just playing so much more freely.
yeah, I would have to agree. He's kind of playing like a better play style that better suits him. Not to say that he wasn't a great duelist, but I feel like he's kind of fitting his play style here.
Jinx does get
He's gonna
one.
Go ahead.
Does get taken out though.
So Syracuse able to get the trade, able to get out of there, and the seaside is going to be secured potentially for.
Ult coming out from Jack. Does hit 3. Pop-Tart getting 2.
Pop-Tart able to pick up
One
the pieces.
enemy
Pop-Tart's going to
remaining.
go ahead, dash in. Makiki's going to take him down.
C.
Beefman able to take out Makiki for the trade, but Kai with the Sheriff. Sheriff taking him out. They've
And
got a
Bot Jack
1v2
with the
situation.
shock dart,
No one
getting rid of
escapes my
Kai.
sight. No
And that
one.
was through the smoke too, so Jack with the sense, able to go
Oh.
ahead. Great job by the freshman. 4-0 for UNI.
Op could not get recovered by Beefman. Unfortunate, so UNI will have to spend the creds for an op. But very nicely done from UNI. You know, from the previous 2 games I have seen, we have seen that Jack was playing more of like what I used to play. So like the breach, the flashing, like, you know, the stunning type of like initiators. But we were like, I know after talking with Jack, I know he would ask me for like some tips. Just because of, you know, since I used to play on the team, I used to play a lot more initial. You would ask me some tips, but like, he plays more or less of a, he likes playing more recon initiatives. And we know we usually have Phelan on it, but it just seems like right now him on recon is working out very well.
And also that's very nice here as Beefman's going to go ahead, try to look down C long.
Omen Paranoid
that's
does go
one
out from
thing-
Beefman. Beefman does get Maki, does get traded by Blue Rat.
Take this. I'm out of here.
Tart from the top side of C, able to go ahead take out Kai. Blue Rat going to
One
pick the
enemy
plant.
remaining.
Did you not
Right
see
there, able to go
Bronze?
ahead and take him out.
C.
Uh-oh, there's your Sova Omen. We got to be mindful of that.
Over.
Jinx baiting Beefman with the Sage ult and taking out Bronze. I'm sorry, Beefman. I'm sorry. You had to be bait.
But I mean, was that the right play? Like, do you think we could have saved Sage res.
Okay, we could have, because as you saw, Bronze, like, we had Favorite mid, but he did have op. So honestly, it could have gone either way. They could have saved it. They could have used it. It is how it is. Like, you know, I'm not mad about it. It's just UNI's just playing how they should, and it's okay. I'm fine with that.
Popstar's gonna go ahead, look down A long, able to take out Bronze. And off the wall.
I'm out of here.
Able to take out Blue Rat as well. However, off screen, Makiki gonna take out Jinx. Still from that little interaction there, Remy, UNI able to go ahead, be up one agent, as it looks like Syracuse is going to rotate around to
Right now, Viper, Makiki, all the way up. Beefman takes out Makiki. How did he know he was all the way in spawn?
Here.
That's the other thing that I'm really
Spike
looking forward
planted.
to this year is Beefman getting the lurks. Unfortunately, he goes down there, but, you know, this new lurking Beefman, we could see something from that.
That is very true. Right now, Pop-Tart, Fable, and Jack trying to get a retake off. See what can happen here.
Shot down.
One enemy remaining.
Fable does get...
Fablet.
And Jack getting Kai. Very nicely done. Getting that trade. Getting the defuse off. Right now, they are holding...
Concentrate, Sova.
I was gonna say, is there any reason why he kind of
he was waiting. He was waiting for it because Pop-Tart was gonna pick up op. Fable did drop op for a Vandal.
Very nice.
Yeah. So we do get Vandal, or we do get op recovery, and right now Syracuse Orange is gonna take a timeout.
Yeah, I wonder what they're going to be kind of discussing. Of course, maybe the 6-0 situation that UNI found themselves last match in bind. With all the ults too, is ult usage maybe going to be a thought process here for the Orange?
Do you think that, I know bind is one of our, excuse me. Sorry guys, I've been drinking a lot. I've been drinking a good amount of Red Bull right now, so I'm a little gassy. I'm sorry.
Sure, it's Red Bull.
Yeah. I love drinking battery acid, guys, but do you think, after, I understand bind worked for us last year, right? I know you were casting for us and you guys liked our bind, but with this new team and stuff, and we saw, because UNI has played bind on the past couple games, I'm pretty sure, if I recall correctly. They've always lost on it. Do you think we should get rid of bind and put something? Do you think UNI should get rid of bind and put something else in?
No, in fact, I feel like bind is just one of those kind of wild card matches. If we look back historically on the spring semester, you guys played bind 3 times, and you won 2 out of the 3 times. So maybe it could just be the composition difference. Maybe the composition that you guys had last year was more in favor of bind. So I wouldn't be against going for a different kind of map selection. Find your new favorite map, but bind historically hasn't been bad for you and I. Maybe it is now. So maybe I'm just, you know, off of vibes. Let's not play bind. Pop-Tart, who's going to be staggered, able to go ahead, pick up Blue Rat, Jack through the wall, able to pick up Makiki.
Bronze does take out Jinx. Bailey does take out Bronze with the Odin.
Spike planted.
It's gonna go down, and Fablet was ready there with Jack. Whoa!
Kai
Set him up,
taking
knock him
3.
down. It's a 1v1 situation here. Pop-Tart.
And
him out,
Kai with 4.
unfortunately.
Fairly nicely done from Kai. Getting 3. UNI lining up for him. Knocking down the dominoes, Kai is. Very nicely done from him. And then taking out Pop-Tart for the last kill. Getting 4 there. Wow. Unfortunate for UNI. you know what? I'm gonna say it. I see this way too much from UNI. I don't. Again, I was talking about UNI's play, or like a couple games before, and I was talking about positioning, of how certain people are positioning, you know. And this is what I'm talking about. I feel like we don't know where we are positioning, and stuff like that happens where we just get collided out of nowhere.
Also,
Because-
one thing to note.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say even last
was
year we
just-
would see it happen.
Yeah, and I was looking back in the fall semester of 24. Maybe it's just fall bind because you guys played bind twice during the regular season. And you lost those. So that could just be a fall bind. Maybe bind just doesn't work in the fall.
Give me
Bailey does get Maki. Kiki.
Jinx,
Spike planted.
Favelet, working through that top side. Spike does get
Mookie
planted.
does get Favelet. Blue Rat does get Beef Man.
And Jinx from Heaven's going to be a force to be reckoned with to here.
Jack does get
able to
Kive.
pick up Kive.
Jack should be pushing should be pushing Hell. Does get Blue Rat.
Shock dart. Nowhere to run.
Last player
Here
standing.
comes the Sova.
One enemy
Able to
remaining.
pick up Jack while he was trying to get the
I
defuse.
will not die here.
Jinx going to go ahead, try
Bronze,
and get...
Bronze has to chase down. Does he have the time? Jinx gets the plant, defuse, and takes out Bronze. Very nicely done from Jinx, and recovers the op. What a round from UNI there.
I feel like it, again, comes into those clutch moments with Jinx, and it all comes with the role switch. I feel like Jinx does a really good job at processing the information. Maybe that's why he did such a good job on Duelist with the lightning quick kind of reflexes that you have and kind of interpreting all that information. Able to now do it from the back line, able to assess the next move, and right there, able to go ahead and get a flawless execution there.
And I also feel like just he's able to shot call a little bit more like quicker, just because like when
outta here.
Jinx plays Duelist, I feel like his shot calling has to be so quick for the others to like understand what he needs to do. Because like he would dash in as Jet and then he would call something, you know, but it's so quick that like he doesn't have time to like get it out. But now him playing on a Senti role, he can actually call and get it out like in time and help the team understand what they want to play, which I like to see. And playing these slower roles is just, it's working for him. And also Favelet as Jet, it's a sight to see. It's great to see. He has the same mechanical ability as Jinx on Jet.
Yeah, absolutely. And Favelet was a really solid player last year, continuing that here. Only a junior, so he's coming back. He's still learning, and really excited to see him kind
30
of,
seconds left.
more flourish
I'm outta here.
in this kind of duelist
Right here.
role.
Revealing area.
Jack's gonna go ahead and get
Jack
the
does
shot dart.
get Mookie with the shock dart.
Spike
Viper
planted.
ult does come out.
Caution here.
Does see that Viper is Hell.
So that's some really
Bronze
good
does get
information
taken out by
gained.
Jinx. Blue Rat does get Favelet, but Popter does get Maki.
Go ahead.
Beefman does get Jinx. Blue Rat does get taken out by Jinx.
On and low.
Pop-Tart going through the smoke with Neon ult and getting Kive. Nicely retake from UNI.
Yeah, I completely agree. And just a really good, well-executed drop from Heaven. And if we didn't get that Jack drone to kind of realize that the Viper was in Hell
Yep.
with the ult, maybe the execution, maybe UNI loses that because they're not getting that information gathered, but they were able to work around that ult from the Syracuse Viper, and well executed there in the end. Pop the Neon ult to get the kills confirmed, and that's 8-1 so far for UNI in this
Very-
critical game 3.
Very nicely done from UNI here.
Pop-Tart again, able to pick up Makiki early. So this is huge for UNI. Syracuse down there right.
Fava does take out Blue Rat.
One enemy remaining.
Pop-Tart able to go ahead and take out Ron's. Jinx able to take out Hive. Pop-Tart goes down. I wonder at what point too, Remy, that Syracuse stops trying to push that A site, because it just doesn't seem like it's working for them, staring down a 1v4 situation.
It's just what I see from this is like they're trying to find something, you know. I don't, again, like we both haven't seen or we didn't look into Syracuse Orange or like how they played games, you know, just because like I know we both see on NECC like their map picks and stuff like that, but we like PCL is very different, and like I guess you have to be on the team to look at like other teams, I think, or I don't know how it really works. I just don't know the PCL system yet, so I don't know how to like look at other teams and stuff, and you don't either, because it's like, you know, it's your first week back, and like we don't, like it's a new system for us, and we're just trying to learn it. So maybe if we had the information, we definitely could see. Me and Hunter will be doing our research more. It's just, you know, just we both just need to learn how the PCL system works. But UNI taking that round 9-1, and Maki needing to save.
Yeah, I would agree that maybe it's just something that's what Syracuse is comfortable doing, is engaging on A site. But what I've seen successful teams in the past do against UNI, especially on a defense, is push this B site.
Yeah.
We haven't seen that much from either team. Of course, normally you throw one in a game to kind of keep teams on their toes, but we haven't really seen that from either team, which is, I guess, an interesting note.
Pop-Tart does take on Maki, gets the stun off and gets him quick, and UNI playing really aggressive here.
Already back into the spawn of Syracuse.
And Syracuse right now pushing the B side, like you said, taking full control of B side. But I would say that I think what's different from this year that last year, like Syracuse should be taking B, because we don't have a Cypher. Remember how it was me or Pop-Tart playing Cypher on Haven? We'd always have a trip B main.
Yes.
Right? So no one, like, it would be hard for them to push into it. But now, well, Maki getting out of there alive somehow. But you know what? Like, we were always lurking up B and stuff like that. But B-Fan takes out Maki. But it's very different. Like, having a Sentinel that doesn't have those trips or stuff like that is a lot harder. It's very different. And it's very hard.
Completely agree.
And UNI coming out with a really nice retake again, and B-Fan getting the defuse off. Favored on 1 HP. Very nicely done from UNI getting these retakes off. But yeah, like as you see, like this is the difference. Like when you have a Sage, you know, you don't use, like, someone has to play on B side in order for like to stop them from pushing in. With Cypher, you can just throw a trip, and you know, if they walk through it, you can hear them. Like, just walk through it. Like, you'll get info that someone has triggered a trip. But you know, having a Sage, it's just kind of, you just have this wall that just blocks everything off, and you just have slow orbs. So yeah, it's something you have to be on site for. But yeah, so I think Syracuse Orange should be taking care of B. I think they should just be completely taking care of this. And as you can see, we only have one on B, but now they're gonna take full of C site. C site is now Syracuse Oranges right now.
You and I gonna have to look for a retake, and everyone's gonna be stacking up that C-Link side.
Deploying drone.
Gonna go ahead and get some information here. Gonna have to communicate with the team. Jinx able to go ahead, take one out, and gets traded. Just like that, 4 members, all 5 members of UNI gonna get taken out on that C top side.
Switching sides.
Very nicely done from Syracuse Orange there. I will say, 10-2 half. UNI are on attack now. Let's see what can happen. I will say though, I think Syracuse Orange was just really well known at just holding that that choke point right there, did very well against UNI.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think maybe.
But no,
that
those,
they-
sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you, but like, it seems like those last 2 rounds from Syracuse Orange, getting those 2 round wins, they pushed a site that was the weakest. So it might just be some prediction calls they didn't know about. But yeah, but go ahead with your what you gotta say.
Yeah, no, I was just really gonna mention how well this aggressive push for Syracuse has been. It's been playing in their favor, but right there, able to go ahead and get an early pick on Loki. Bronze able to take out Pop-Tart. Jack able to pick up Bronze, so
Last
you
player
get the trade out
standing.
here. Blue Rat for the top side, gonna get dropped down.
Everything happened so quickly I couldn't transition quick enough.
No, you're perfectly fine, but I mean, it's another thing too to mention, is that this fast-paced Syracuse team, UNI is going to need to communicate faster and more efficiently.
Yeah. And
if Syracuse is going to continue to play like this.
it seems like there, Kive and Blue Rat just took care of going from C to B right here, where Kive is right now. They just took that area. Yes, Jinx did wall off that side, but UNI losing that fight there didn't notice that they could just flank around on the backside of B to get that off. So unfortunate from UNI there. I think just lack of information and just not knowing where to go. Like positioning wise, that's what I'm talking about. Positioning is a big thing that I feel like UNI needs to work on.
Gotta go.
Absolutely. And I feel like it has to come down to the new rules that they're playing.
Jack getting 2 with the sheriff.
Able to pick 2.
Gun here.
So Beefman able to go ahead and get the plant down.
Pop-Tart is 1 HP. 30 seconds on Jinx heal, per Sage heal. Drone coming out from Syracuse. Jack and Beefman in a very weird positioning spot right now. Both get blinded. Jinx does take out Maki. Blue Rat does get Beefman.
Last player standing.
And it's just going
One enemy
to come
remaining.
down to Jinx. Oh, able with the quick shot. However, Blue Rat able to find Pop-Tart, but will it be in time? Yes, it will.
Very nicely done from Blue Rat there, getting 3 off that round. And again, the thing I have to say is just, again, the biggest thing I've been, like,
I'm out of here.
I'm gonna keep saying it again until, like, I know everyone on the UNI Panther team is gonna watch this, but guys, work on your positioning. Like again, it's weird positioning because I don't like seeing that Beefman and Jack like holding C site where bomb is planted. This is such a bad spot to hood because like the only place you're looking at is garage or C long. And we already have Jinx here looking at this, so the only place they can look is here, and they just leave this whole entire backspace open for Syracuse Orange. So, understanding that, it's just, you know, I just feel like that's why they lost that round was because of bad positioning.
UNI gonna go ahead, push up to B site. Kind of looks like that's what they're gonna be thinking about.
Yep. Trying to push up the B site. They have A stacked right now. So hopefully UNI can notice this. Maybe try to get pick off and then just rotate all the way to C, but we'll see.
You know, doesn't it suck, Remy, now that hindsight's 2020 and you can just see everybody? And it's like, well, you should have rotated. It's like,
Yeah.
well, I didn't have the information.
Yeah, but then like watching back on the VODs and stuff like that, and like in game you don't see anyone highlighted, you know. So it's just like, I get it though.
Yeah, it's tough. But maybe UNI, because they're being very slow, maybe has the peace of mind to maybe either fully commit or rotate around as Beefman's going to go ahead, get something going here at B
30
site.
seconds left.
I wonder if that this time you communicate as UNI will go ahead and rotate around.
Very good kill, very big kill from Makiki. That was a huge kill.
That good pickup as 12 seconds are left on the clock. Tart able to pick up Moki.
Jinx does get Maki. Blue Rat does get Jinx.
UNI is going to be playing from the courtyard.
Bailey does get taken out.
Gotta go.
He's out there.
Pop-Tart
Lots
does
of
get
information
Kai.
gained.
One enemy remaining.
Pop-Tart getting 4!
Excellent job by Pop-Tart, just kind of being zoning out that courtyard, make Syracuse come to you, even though you have that sulfur, excuse me, the Cypher box up. It's just a really great
I
job.
will say very
Pop-Tart.
nicely done from Jack there, using the drone knowing where all the Syracuse Orange players are at and getting one scanned, letting Pop-Tart know where they're at. Very nice done from Jack, helping Pop-Tart get those 4 kills.
Go, go, go.
Scanning ahead.
As you can see from Syracuse Orange, they're on a save round, so they're all pushing up B. And right now, it seems like they're gonna go on a full flank. Do they know this is coming?
UNI.
Jinx gets 2.
That's nasty there. Able to pick up 2, trying to look for a third.
Defense does get 1.
Enemy remaining.
Jack does get bronze. And last is unknown. Jinx missing the shot onto Blue Red. Does hit 1, does leg him. So now Blue Red is on 31 HP. See what Blue Red can do here. Pop-Tart knows. He just knows he's gonna go here.
Coming through.
And Fablet does take him out on top of boxes. Very nicely done from UNI there. Jinx with the massive kills from flank. Very nicely done.
Yeah, I feel like if Jinx doesn't go ahead and watch the back, because that's what so many players tend to forget, is kind of like that extra zoning behind you, and Jinx just kind of timed it just perfectly, able to get 2 instantly. And I feel like that right there led to the win.
Yeah, and like we say, seeing Jinx on this Sentinel role, on these smokes role, he's watching like UNI's back a lot more now, and it's very comforting in a way, because like it gives a sense of like security that like, hey, we always have Jinx like watching her back now, because like Jinx used to just be on site and no one was watching her back. We always have some sort of util down. But now that they have like our back, like Jinx has our back, I think it's just making a little bit of security to UNI.
So the
Pop-Tart does get 1, does get 2 with the Neon ult, does get spammed.
Kill my ally.
Res coming from Jinx.
Fablet.
Blue Rat does get beef man. Fablet does get res.
Last player
Does get taken
standing.
out by Blue Rat. 2v1. Jack all alone. Blue Rat 1 HP. Doesn't know that Maki is playing from flank. Seems like Jack will be pushing onto B site maybe.
And Jack, I mean, you have the bomb, you kind of rotate around, maybe try and fake going for the A rotate, go back onto C, which that might be what he's doing here. You still
30
have 30
seconds
seconds
left.
on the board, so you can take your time.
Does hear the plant. He has to take this fight with Maki though. This fight with Maki is crucial. And does get taken out by Mookie. Like,
Yeah, I feel like that was the right idea. I just feel like you either have to plant or you have to fully rotate and plant. He kind of forced a situation that maybe he didn't necessarily need or want.
he just didn't, in my opinion,
yeah.
yeah, I get what you're saying. It's just I feel like in that he should have waited to like 10 seconds or something, or like a lot lower time, because he had 30 seconds left. He had a lot of time, you know. And like you were saying, either go fully A or rotate back C, or maybe plan B. But like you just have to wait that timeout. Is the thing. Pop-Tart does take out Mookie though. That smoke's gone from Syracuse, but only has the Viper. Stun does come out from
Pop-Tart.
Syracuse Orange. Does get revealed. B-Fan does get revealed. Bronze does get Pop-Tart.
Able to get some information there with the Sova drone. Makiki goes down.
Fablet does get Makiki. Kai does get
Player
B-Fan.
standing.
Blue Rat does get Jack. Kai does get Jinx.
down
Fablet
A.
getting Blue Rat right now. Drone coming in from UNI.
And the Cypher
Or from
trade, it's gonna go ahead and zone
Syracuse
out.
Orange. Bomb is down. Kai up in heaven. Holding with Cam. Bronze holding Spike. See what Fablet can do here. Has 87 HP.
It's just going to be a waiting game because I feel like at this point, Fablet, because they're camping the spike, going to have to force the issue eventually.
30 seconds left.
Let's see if Fablet can clutch it up. He's clutched it up in the past.
Camera taken.
Fablet going to go ahead, take out the camera, check in his corner.
One enemy
One
remaining.
shot. Able to get the headshot on Bronze.
I got
10 seconds
Clearing
left.
all
Doesn't
his possible
know.
corners, however.
Doesn't know that Kive is up in heaven. Very nicely done. Oh, that round could have gone either way, but very nicely done from Syracuse Orange, stacking onto A site and just getting UNI down. Very nicely done.
Right, so how does UNI kind of clutch this up here, Remy? What do they got to do?
I mean, they have rounds. It's just that they're kind of going. The only reason why they kind of lost those like rounds was because they were going onto sites that
Get out of my
had the
way.
most people on them, that had like a lot. Bronze Pop-Tart does get taken out by Bronze mid. See, like this, like I said, like they're trying to they're peeking some sites that have like 3 or like 4 people on it, and Syracuse Orange is doing a good job of getting these picks off, but I think they just need to go for a site that, like, if they see one, they should just be like, okay, there's either probably a couple here, or there might be only one person here. So.
And then not only that, but once they get that information, they have to commit to it quickly because I bet the Syracuse rotating a whole heck of a lot quicker as Beefman able to go ahead and get the trade on Mookie.
Here.
Oh, Jinx with a good headshot.
Down mid.
The spike is mid now, and they're blocked off. Joan does not see that.
Gonna be a 2v situation.
Last player
Bronze
standing.
does take out Beefman. And Maki does get rid of Jinx. Very, very good round from Syracuse Orange. I just feel like, again, it's just maybe they're just getting Syracuse is just getting these picks off. Pop-Tart just giving them these free first bloods.
As a past player, at what point does fatigue start playing a factor?
Right now.
Long games?
Right now.
Yeah.
Right now, yeah. Okay, like, and the thing is, it's like, this is another problem too. Stress and like seeing this, because right now it's 12-7, right? We're on game point, but again, it's yes, we're on game point, but it's very like we're trying to. I think what's happening in UNI right now is like they're trying to force themselves. Be like, okay, it's last round. Like we need to get something off. Like we had they're trying to fast pace to like win this round, but they shouldn't. You know, this is like it's very bad for them. It's just like kind of killing them at this point.
For sure. As UNI is going to go ahead and get a successful
Spike down. C.
initiation into C-side. However, the
Last player
Sova ult
standing.
able to go ahead, pick it up, and it just leaves Pop-Tart.
Out of charges.
It does get blue wrap for one. However, I think it came down to that Sova dart taking out
Sova ult.
one of the UNI players. Yeah, the Sova ult.
Yeah.
Able to go ahead and take out that UNI player. I
That
feel
is
like that's
very
where
that
UNI
is
lost.
very true. I think Jack getting hit with that last damage was all definitely hurt UNI there. Getting rid of the planner is just definitely hurts. As being the main planner for UNI last year, I get it. It's like once you die, like as a planner, it sucks for the rest of the team because then one person has to lose their angle that they're holding. So.
Spike down
Oh, and
mid.
the
Both teams fighting
fire flag
mid.
down courtyard.
That is very true. Pop-Tart just being some bait for UNI. I don't mind seeing that. Does Phelan know? Will he know that one move? Does know, but doesn't get the shots off that he needed. Jinx trying to get some picks off.
Last player standing.
Does get hit. And Makiki getting rid of Jinx. 12-9. UNI.
Hey, at Yeah. At what point do you just maybe take a pause, use your
I would say
time out, and maybe just take a deep breath?
right now, honestly, like this is a good round. Either this round or next round. If they lose this round, they need to take a timeout. Like for sure, because I know how these long games are. Like to be honest, we're so used to playing like matches of 3, but like when it's close, to be honest though, I actually don't think they're too fatigued because both like first game and second game were pretty quick rounds, in my opinion. Like very quick, nothing too like too long. You know, it wasn't like back to back. Lotus was a little bit, but like they still managed to win like a good amount of rounds. So yeah, it wasn't.
UNI gonna force the hand with everyone stacked up here, so it's gonna be a 5v5 rotate out and around. Who's gonna get the first hit? It's gonna be Blue Rat. Be good for the first 2. Bronze with the Odin. UNI gets mowed down, and at this point, Remy, I feel like UNI needs to hit the pause button.
They definitely do need to hit the pause button, which I think will be happening. If not, then I just think UNI needs to breathe. They're choking on on air.
They're forcing too many mistakes.
Yep.
Is what they're kind of.
I'm seeing a lot of mistakes from Pop-Tart too. Like he's definitely getting caught in his running animation a lot, and he's just getting taken out really quickly. So you just need this one round. So, but like understanding that, it's very hard. Right now, they're just gonna run full A. Hopefully, knowing Cypher is here.
Go, go, go.
Yeah, and I agree that they need to be aggressive, but they also need to think a little bit here, as Syracuse was right there with the rotation. And at this point, you're committing util now, and UNI is going to have to commit some way or another to A. But now they're slowing it down, so I don't understand what's going on.
They're trying to get some pick. They're trying to get they try to make noise A, maybe try to get some picks off A, but then they're trying to get onto another site. So it's like it's kind of like it's a split. It's a split to a different site. So it's like a split B, split A, split C. So basically, like by that, it's like you send 2 people some way, and then you send another, like the others, like with the bomb, like to the site that you guys want to hit, and you guys put pressure on the site. Right now, that's what they're doing. They're just trying to put a lot of pressure on the site right now. See, right now they're putting pressure on B, just trying to make moves, and then these last
30
seconds is when they
seconds left.
really just hit. And this is where they're gonna go. As you can see, they hit the weakest side. They hit the side with Kai.
Alright, so hopefully they can go ahead, get the plant down soon, start taking that space. Jack will go ahead, get the plant. And at this point, I wonder if UNI should commit some ultimates.
Pop-Tart getting 2! Gets taken out by Mookie though.
Fablet kind of looking down A long. Oh, that's unfortunate there for Jinx. It's going to be a 2v3 now for UNI.
Nowhere to run!
Last player standing.
UNI's committing way too many ults and kind of a lost fight at this point.
Yeah.
As Makiki's going to go ahead and get the defuse.
Almost well played from UNI. It's just, I don't know. It's a lot, like really hard to say what UNI needs to do here. As a player myself, it's just one of these things where I think UNI are just in their heads right now.
Oh, 100%. They still need to take that time out. I believe that they're forcing too many unforced errors. They're hoping that they're going to get a sneaky kind of like A-site push. What I would do if I was them, I would take the pause and maybe push B-site. That's kind of my thoughts.
You know what I've been seeing that we've been... Jinx, I say 1. You know what I've been seeing that we've been missing? Oh, but two of Syracuse Orange is taken out. I was going to say, we're missing the lurks. There's not really much lurking. But Beefman getting Maki, getting rid of the lurk. Because I will say that like there hasn't been much lurking, and it seems like UNI might win this round right here and make a game.
Don't caster curses here.
I won't caster curse it,
One
but
enemy remaining.
Panther taking rid of Kive. Now it's up to Bronze with the Odin.
He's gonna have to play it a little careful.
Bronze takes
gonna
out
make his
Faith.
play, finds
Does
Faith.
get a res off. Does blind Bronze. Panther going in and taking out Bronze for the 3 and making it game 2-1 for UNI.
I think we can go ahead and unclunch here, Remy. Very excellent job from UNI.
Very nicely done from UNI there. Pop-Tart dropping the 30 bomb.
And his KD originally wasn't that low, especially on the death side, because you kind of go back to, maybe just losing like 8 in a row, and just like that, able to go ahead 31-18. But big shout out too to Blue Rat too, going
Blue Rat, yeah. Blue Rat and Bronze.
18.
Blue Rat and Bronze putting in the work. Very spread out game, and I feel like towards the end, like we were saying, you and I were getting into their heads, not like being there. I feel like, but really nicely done from both of them. I will say though that I think we saw a new UNI today.
I would have to agree with that, Remy. Not only are they playing a little bit of different roles compared to last year, I feel like they are doing a great job at switching things up. They're being aggressive, and the biggest thing is that they gotta keep communicating.
Yeah.
And I feel like if they continue to do that, maybe they might sneak into the playoffs if they go ahead and make a run of it now.
That is very true, and I think like just another thing about it is UNI being able to get those certain rounds with being very aggressive, but again, I think communicating is a very big thing too. It's also just like we've been talking about. Like I've been talking about positioning a lot. You've been talking about needing to rotate more and stuff. So hopefully they watch this VOD and they can see that like, hey, maybe we should rotate more. Maybe we need to do this more, and just be calm and collective about it. But just understand it. But very nicely done from our UNI Panthers there.
Right, so we got some housekeeping things to kind of discuss here as UNI is going to go ahead and get their first win of the season. Rocket League fans, if you're looking to take part in this year's Northern Iowa Cup, the only Rocket League tournament in the state of Iowa, whether you are a casual player teaming up with friends or a competitive college team, show your skills against some of the best Rocket League teams in the state. Online qualifiers are free to play. Kickoff is November 1st with a double elimination format. Teams are encouraged to stream their own qualifier matches. Top 6 teams will move on to an in-person final beginning November 8th at noon in the Mocker Union Gaming Lounge. Finalists will have a $30 venue fee, but will compete for a $150 prize with payouts to the top 3 teams. Also to note, in-person matches will be streamed live on this Twitch channel. So go ahead, steal some boost, score that shot, and be victorious. Registration closes 3 days prior to first match at midnight. Head to start.gg, search Northern Iowa Cup for more information about bracket fees and venues. And it looks like I'll be able to go ahead and get an interview here. So are we ready to bring in, looks like Pop-Tart?
Is it Pop-Tart or they're asking if it's Pop-Tart or I know we actually had one with Pop-Tart last week, so I think we should bring in Jinx.
Okay. I believe we should. So go ahead, and while we are going to go ahead and get that set up, it looks like he is already here. So Jinx, Mr. Sir Claps, you go by a man of many names. How are you feeling tonight, and congrats on the win? And he's gone. Well, okay then. I guess we're moving on.
I guess so. I don't know if he needs to do something, but Hello?
Hello, Jinx. Blink twice if you are okay. And he's gone again.
You are
Well,
fully. You are muted, my friend. You are muted.
I know Cedar Falls Wi-Fi is being terrible right now. I'm on my phone.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
ah, all right. So, did you catch anything of what I said?
Absolutely not. No.
All right. So, Jinx, congrats on the win. How are you feeling?
Feeling all right, I guess. You know,
So
feels good to not get too old.
that is very
That
true.
that is good. So maybe can you talk about what worked so well in that first map? You guys, you had 3 players who had like 20 kills to only half deaths. What do you think worked so well in that first map?
Um, well, we do like Lotus. So that definitely helps that they picked Lotus. Um, and
Oh, so is
then
the enemy team
we
pick
swapped.
Lotus?
Yeah,
I
they
see.
picked Lotus,
I
and Lotus
see.
is one of our favorite maps. So it's kind of grateful they picked that. We swapped up roles a little bit. If you couldn't tell, we got Jack and Billy on, was it Jet Rays? I
Jet
think it
Rays. Yep,
was.
it was Jet
Just
Rays.
allows,
Jack playing Rays.
yeah, just
Billy on
yeah,
Billy on Jet. So and then
yeah.
I
That's just comfortable for them, so they just kind of run in a lot more. And love Clove. I gotta play Clove. I love playing Clove. Don't think I can explain much more. Yeah, but also Jack. I just want to say that first map, Jack was an animal. The clutch to win it. The what was it? I'm watching him satchel in like he's invincible, and I loved it. I think that really helped us.
yeah, I was I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of talking a little bit about Jack during that, and like I was comparing him to you. I know there's a substantial rank difference between the both of you, right? It's just like you could see from Jack compared to you on Rays, like the mechanical difference, because like I saw how Jack was like saturating, and it was a lot slower than like what I would see from you, you know. But again, it's like, but it was still working. He was still doing good on Rays. But yeah, I thought it was very
I
good. And it's just like I just want to know, like, I was talking to Hunter before we even started about like you guys switching up roles and stuff like that. I just want to know why are we switching up roles? Like what was going on like beforehand that wasn't working, and why are we switching roles now just to see like, is it just like because I heard you guys are playing like, are you guys playing comfort picks then, or is it like, just give me the story about like what's like, why are we switching, like this drastic like change for the team?
Have you seen the scoreboard for our last 3 matches? Something needed to change,
Yep.
and I've been kind of nagging. I was like, please put me on Clove. I want to play Clove. I love playing Clove. I want to play Clove, and they let me play Clove. And then Billy's always been able to flex a Jet if we're gonna do a double duelist, or if I could play Clove. So that's nothing really new. But Jack, our new addition, I want to say I want to give a lot of praise to Jack on Rays, because it was like the difference between me and him is he don't care. He is going in, and I can follow up on that fine when I'm on Clove. And yeah, but it's more comfort all around. I feel comfortable on the duelist too. I mean, if I'm on Jet, Clove, or Sage, I feel fine. So yeah.
So, can you maybe talk a little bit about what happened with Bind and what difficulty do you think you noticed during that map?
Um, I feel like it's kind of what happened to them map one. They picked our map, and I feel like we picked into their strong suit. Like the Viper Sky was just like they took showers with just Fade egoing us, and then they took B Long with the Sky Viper util, and we just couldn't beat it. And so they had those two parts of the map. Then they got an op going. We really can't get anything going there. I don't remember how our defense went that well, but yeah, I think we just it's kind of what happens to them on those. they picked a good map for us, and we picked a good map for them. So
I see.
Fair enough.
I, I think Hunter also was gonna maybe ask this question. Maybe I will steal it. If you need to reiterate it, you can. Towards the end of Haven, Hunter was talking to me. He was like, "Are these guys feeling fatigued right now?" And I was like, I was saying yeah, but probably not. Like, correct me if I'm wrong if you guys were fatigued or not. But like, I know the first two matches were actually pretty quick, so I don't think you guys were too fatigued. But I think during that last match, like, what was going on? Like, they were coming back onto you guys, but like, what was going on during then? Were you guys like we were thinking that you guys were in your heads? Like, what was just going on in that situation of like them almost making a comeback?
I can tell you, looking back at it, and at the time, looking back at it, we went 2 on our defense. They went what 9 or 8-3 on their defense. So like, it's just like a defensive sided game. Like looking back at it, we weren't fatigued at all. Honestly, it was more screaming and yelling at each other than anything, which you don't love to see. But we ended up closing out the map, which is always great. But yeah, I think it's just a defensive sided map from both teams.
Okay.
Um, I hope that answers the question well.
I mean, I was gonna ask Hunter, like, do you have like anything to ask for map 3, or like, do you have any way to like reiterate the question I asked?
No, I mean, I just kind of noticed that you guys were kind of making a lot of forced errors towards the end, and I just wasn't necessarily sure if that was like a fatigue aspect, if it was a communication aspect, but if it was just something that you guys were like always trying to force that A site, because it seemed like you guys were kind of being a little bit aggressive there. So I don't know what was kind of going on there.
Yeah, with the A site, I'll say there's definitely a lot of miscommunication. But with the A site, we're like, we are winning this and we are throwing it. Like, we know we can win this, and then we're throwing. It is the same, but we are just flat out throwing. And so like, we just need one round where we don't throw, and we did on the last round, and to clean up the map.
Let's see.
Oh wait, oh, wrong way. Got them.
Very nice, Cat. All right.
Very nice,
so,
Cat.
Any other final questions here, Remy? Otherwise, we can go ahead and get wrapped up.
I have one final question. Okay. For claps, as a Valorant player, I was talking about Vito as a new character and what he does to Hunter. I want your opinions on the character, and will we be seeing it on UNI Panthers this year?
I'm gonna be honest, when they announced him, he seemed very strong. But now, like looking at the new patch, he's kind of ass. Like they make a agent that's all about countering all util, and then they just nerf all util. So
That
like,
that is
they,
very true. I do say that util is like, even though that util is weaker, it's like Vito will still be strong, but he's very easy to counterplay in my opinion. I feel like if you wait out his interceptor, it's very like it's a little bit of a useless like character then. But having his ult is very nice though. I think his ult is a really something very fun to use, and it's very nice. But yeah, I just wanted your thoughts on the new character.
ranked. That's literally all. Like I don't, because you can counter Vito just in like agent select. Because there's some comps that his ult's the only thing that's gonna stop, and like you're not really protecting the site with your team. It's just, oh, they can't touch me with my ult, and your interceptor against like a breach, even though breach is nerfed into the ground, like it's just gonna be a ranked agent.
Yeah. And I was also gonna ask, like, how do you feel about the new changes of the new patch, and like, do you like the game being more of a gun playing game?
I've been very vocal about this. I hate it. I think it's so stupid. Like they're just making it Counter Strike. Like every stun's the same. Like how are we gonna balance these stuns? Like Breach is gutted. He's terrible. KO's a little bit stronger, but I just think it's terrible standardizing everything. It's a YouTube-based game. Like if you can't learn that, play Counter Strike. But it's only gonna help idiots like me who just run around no calming and ranked. So
I did have a follow-up question though. Are we going to see more Sage from you?
personally, I'd love to. I don't know how that's gonna go over with everybody, but we were deciding our Haven comp. with our new rules, and like, well, we want a Senti. I said, if I'm playing Senti, I'm playing Sage. I'm like, yeah, you can play Sage. Like, oh, bet I'm gonna lock in the Sage. Like, this is a dream come true. So I was either gonna play Jet or Sage that map, and we have like 3 Jet players, so I can just play the Sage.
Perfect.
Well, that's all the questions
Anything
from.
else, Remy?
That's all the questions from me. Do you have anything else?
No. Congratulations on the win, Jinx. Go ahead and enjoy this one, and we'll see you next week.
You don't have any of the funny questions this semester?
Oh, yeah, I should ask a funny question,
You should.
shouldn't I?
You should ask a funny question. Hunter is back, so you have to put in the
This
funny.
is true.
I
I gotta
taken
ask a
after you when I
funny
did
question.
league.
Wow. Okay. So, the funny question, and I always pick one for a new semester. If you could be any type of breakfast food, what would it be and why?
If I could be any, maybe like a pancake, because like they're soft and like I don't know. I don't want to be something really good because I'm just gonna get eaten. But like pancakes, pretty nice and soft, you know.
Yeah. With syrup or without syrup?
With syrup, I'll look better, you know.
Or
Yeah, for
I'll
sure.
be glossy and
or are we doing like? Is it just like plain pancakes with syrup? Or are we doing like some chocolate pancakes with some chocolate syrup? A strawberry. Oh, okay.
Okay, but if you're gonna go strawberry, is it with or without whipped cream?
I was just gonna add, it's gonna be whipped cream. You know, I'm gonna be looking fly. You know?
Yeah, absolutely. How about you, Remy? What would you be?
Oh, I'm a crepe. Because I can be sweet.
Cape.
A crepe. It's like, so what a crepe is, it's like a very thin pancake that you can wrap, right? So you stuff it, like there's strawberry ones, there's chocolate ones. You can make it sweet or savory. You can put like, like hot dogs and stuff in it, or like certain like lettuce, burger. So it's literally just like it's a less like carbed like wrap basically. I don't know if you can look up a picture, but like having a strawberry crepe with some whipped cream on it is so nice.
Yeah, that's totally fair.
What about you, Hunter? You got it.
Yeah, what about you, Hunter?
So I'm gonna actually modify it just a little bit. Instead of a food, I'm gonna be a drink. I'm gonna be apple juice.
Valid.
Because
Fair. I like that. I like the answer.
yeah, the reason why apple juice is because I'm sweet. No one has a strong opinion one way or the other about apple juice. Usually people are like, oh, apple juice, it's around. And the third thing is I get paired well with anything.
That is very true.
Smart man.
But well,
All right. Well, okay. So I asked my funny question. So good job today, Jinx, and go enjoy your win, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you.
All right. Any final thoughts before we wrap up here, Remy?
no. I don't think I have anything.
All right. Perfect. So UNI purple team gonna go ahead and get their first win of the semester, able to take out Syracuse.
For the lose bracket, but I have high hopes for these guys. Colin goes to the backboard, double touch, and he gets it.
He's got sight and a good day.
Maryland Terps, who are
Another
currently
good day.
1 and 2. That match is currently being played right now, where the Terps are 1 and 0.
Oh!
So really exciting. If you
That
want
was
to watch more Valorant, go to our second channel, UNI Panther Esports 2. We will have that gold matchup. They are currently playing Sitting Bull College. So go ahead, go support the JV team. For Remy in the booth and production, really great to have you here, Brad. Really great casting. Looking forward to it.
Well, thank you very much. I can't wait to do more casting and streaming with you as well. Hunter, it's just, call me the replacement Monty. But yeah, no, this was fun.
Yeah,
I enjoy this a lot. So yeah.
All right, so that'll do us from here on the main channel. Go ahead, check out our second channel where you can watch more UNI Valorant. That'll do it for us. And like always, go Cats.